This is Land of Havilah, Lamentations 3a. It's the middle chapter of the book. Chapters 1 and 2 before this and 4 and 5 after this are lamentations for the nation. This chapter is a lamentation by one man over his personal miseries. God's angry with him and he's making his life miserable. But he looks forward to a better future knowing that God is full of loving kindness. He says, verse 1, I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of his wrath. He has led me and caused me to walk in darkness and not in light. Surely he turns his hand against me again and again all day long. He has made my flesh and my skin old. He has broken my bones. He has built against me and surrounded me with bitterness and hardship. He has made me dwell in dark places as those who have been long dead. He has walled me about so that I can't go out. He has made my chain heavy. Yes, when I cry and call for help, he shuts out my prayer. He has walled up my ways with cut stone. He has made my paths crooked. He is to me as a bear lying in wait, as a lion in secret places. He has turned away my ways and pulled me in pieces. He has made me desolate. He has bent his bow and set me as a mark for the arrow. He has caused the shafts of his quiver to enter into my kidneys. I have become a derision to all my people, and their song all day long. He has filled me with bitterness. He has stuffed me with wormwood. He has also broken my teeth with gravel. He has covered me with ashes. You have removed my soul far away from peace. I forgot prosperity. I said, my strength is perished along with my expectation from Yahweh. Remember my affliction and my misery, the wormwood and the bitterness. My soul still remembers them and is bowed down within me. Comment verses 1 to 20 or something like, God's angry with me and has afflicted me. Everything is darkness. His hand is continually against me. I feel like an old man from the skin all the way to the bone. He crushes my bones. He builds siege works against me. He surrounds me with bitterness and hardship. I feel like the walking dead. He closed the walls in on me, walls of giant cut stones. There's no way out. He shackled me with a heavy chain. I cry to him for help, but he refuses to listen. He keeps sending difficulty my way. He's like a bear or lion waiting to ambush me. He puts obstacles in my path. He rips me apart. I'm left with nothing. He targets me with his bow and shoots me through the gut. Everyone makes fun of me and sings at my calamity. He fills me with bitterness. He makes me chew gravel until my teeth break. He covers me with ashes. Peace and prosperity are nowhere in sight. My strength is gone. My hope is fading. Oh God, please look and see. It's all affliction, misery, and bitterness, and it's bringing me down. Now the afflicted man begins to make a turnaround, verse 21. This I recall to my mind, therefore I have hope. It's because of Yahweh's loving kindness that we're not consumed, because his compassion doesn't fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Yahweh is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I'll hope in him. Yahweh is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. It's good that a man should hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh. It's good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Let him sit alone and keep silence, because he has laid it on him. Let him put his mouth in the dust, if it's so that there may be hope. Let him give his cheek to him who strikes him. Let him be filled full of reproach. Comment verses 21 to 30 or something like, Now that I've told you my miseries, let me tell you why I don't give up. Yahweh's loving kindness doesn't fail. He'll not completely consume us. He'll preserve us in his compassion. His benefits are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness, Lord. Yahweh is everything to me, says my soul. My hope is in him. He's good to those who suffer with patient expectation and faith. He's good to the soul that seeks him. The thing for us is to stay confident in God and quietly wait. It's good for a man to subject himself to God right away from his youth. Let him wear whatever yoke God places on him. Let him wear it alone, silently, and without complaint, out of respect for God who put it there. If God puts his mouth in the dust or causes him to suffer abuse, fine. Let him keep wearing God's yoke because therein is hope. Now, coming up, there are 6 verses that are by far the most positive section in the book. It happens to be in the exact mathematical center of the book, with 74 verses before and 74 after. Despite all the misery in this book, the good news in this section is victorious over all of it. Verse 31. For the Lord will not cast off forever, for though he causes grief, yet he'll have compassion according to the multitude of his loving kindnesses. For he does not afflict willingly, nor grieve the children of men, to crush underfoot all the prisoners of the earth, to turn away the right of a man before the face of the Most High, to subvert a man in his cause, the Lord doesn't approve. Comment in verses 31 to 36, the Lord will not cast off a son of his forever. He causes grief, yet because of his loving kindness, compassion follows close behind grief. Then another marvelous statement in verse 33, he doesn't afflict willingly nor grieve the children of men. We might ask, if it's not God's will to afflict or cause grief, then why does he? Let the listener please understand why there's affliction in the world. God's overriding purpose is that there be love. For love, there must be free will. He could have created us as robots, but a robot cannot love. Therefore, he made us free agents. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. Free agents make for a chaotic world, everyone doing his own thing. This introduces the potential for men to use their free will to cause each other misery. And there's even the need for God to send miseries himself to correct us in our free will or to test us and find us faithful. It would all be very unfair if this life were the end of life. There are too many injustices in this world that don't make sense unless we take the afterlife into account. If God is just, which he is, there must be an afterlife to compensate for what we might have suffered here. If this explanation of misery isn't satisfying to the listener, let him just remember verse 33 and give his own reasons why it's true. Let him explain for himself why affliction and grief are not God's original intention, but it turns out that they're necessary. Quote, he does not afflict willingly nor grieve the children of men, end quote. In verse 34, likewise, it's not God's first intention to, quote, crush underfoot all the prisoners of the earth, end quote. But for some reason, a good crushing is sometimes necessary and unavoidable, Hebrews 12:7 and 8. And in verse 35, it's not his first intention, quote, to turn away the right of a man before the face of the Most High. In other words, his first intention is to answer each and every prayer, to give a man the right to approach him and grant his request. But for some reason, it's sometimes necessary for God to turn a man away when he approaches him. And in verse 36, it's sometimes necessary for God to subvert a man in his cause. In other words, to block a man from doing whatever he wants. But somehow it's for the better. Lamentations 3b is next.